What is the good word? Welcome to the Higher Call, the Christian Sports Fan Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Satterfield. God is good all the time, my friends. Go Lake Nona Lions, go Seas, go Bees, go Pats, go Sox, and go Cougs. Throwing it over the wall to my first co-host, Esai. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm doing great. It's a great day. It's a great day to be a sports fan. And yeah, I'm excited for the podcast.
It's definitely an exciting time to be a sports fan. Oh my goodness, so much going on. And my other co-host, back by popular demand, Martin has returned. How are you, Martin?
Hey, I'm back. I'm excited for the Premier League season, man.
Absolutely. We're going to be covering Premier League today. But first, a reminder to all of you wonderful listeners out there, please subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, and YouTube. Share it with a friend. Let us know your game predictions. Leave us a review. Also, some programming notes, guys. Okay, real time. Today is August 21st. It's Friday. We're going to drop this episode late tonight. It's going to be in your feed Saturday morning. Premier League is pretty much starting like now. Then Sunday night, we have another episode coming, and it'll be in your feeds Monday morning. It's an NFL fantasy football preview. Know a lot of fantasy football players out there, including me. I'm in 3 leagues. And so I did an interview with one of my commissioners and from the fantasy league, and that is a really fun episode. We've already done it, but it'll be in your feeds on Monday morning. Finally, a lot going on this week. 2 more NFL division previews to go before the season starts. So the NFC North and the AFC East. The NFC North will drop in your feeds Thursday morning, normal tempo, and the AFC East will be 1 week after that. Like Esai said, it is a glorious time to be a sports fan. We're waiting a little bit, but we're getting there, and we're hitting our rhythm. So thanks so much for being with us on this journey with this podcast. It's about to get really fun. We're just getting started. But our agenda today, we're going to talk to Esai a little bit since it's first time on the pod, do a little next gen conversation since he's a lot younger than both me and Martin. Then we're going to go into our Premier League preview. That'll be the majority of our episode, talking about the Premier League. And then we have a new segment now that games are actually starting to be played. It's called the 5 and 5 that we're really excited about. And so let's dive into it. Lot to do, little bit of time to do it. Esai, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Let's see. I've obviously, you guys know, I've grown up in the church my whole life, but I've also spent my whole life, or at least as early as I can remember, playing sports, whether that be soccer or high school running. I just really enjoy sports. I enjoy playing sports. I enjoy watching sports, but I also enjoy the lessons that come out of sports. I think there's a lot of worth in those lessons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And how did you become a Christian?
Yeah, so like I said, I grew up in the church. I'm what people would call a kingdom kid.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, a big part of my path to becoming a Christian, becoming a disciple was these kids camp and teen
Yeah,
camps, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
You just meet a lot of cool godly people who want to see you thrive in a godly community, and I think it's really that community that helped me step up to become, a disciple.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. And could you kind of talk about your experience as a disciple going to high school? Maybe some of the good things, maybe either high school or the teen ministry, but just kind of as a teenage disciple, some of your positive experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. The teen ministry is great, especially in the Denver Church of Christ. We've got a great teen ministry. It's also a really good way to find a community, even in your school, out of your school, just by people who are like-minded and have that same love for God. I think that's a really powerful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember actually recently my daughter's a freshman, and already it's school's been in session for only a few weeks, but she came up to me. She said, "Yeah, one of my friends who goes to a different church, not ours, but yeah, she's starting a Bible study at our in her cafeteria, not during Tatum's lunch, so she won't be able to attend. But yeah, that's really cool to see kind of the youngins going off in their faith like that. So it's just really cool to see. Martin, I know you're a dad and you've had several kids in high school. Any thoughts about that? About trying to kind of live for God in high school as a teenager?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely still tough, right? I think the culture's a little bit different with kids. But no, I think having three kids in high school, go through high school, two that are still in there. I think friendships and who you're yoked with and who you're around, and that's it still rings true, right? So being different and standing out and taking risk, for God, definitely still prevalent.
Yeah, absolutely. And Esai, what have been some of your challenges, during your time as a disciple in high school?
You know, I think that's a loaded question, but I think that a hard part is forgoing a lot of other communities. I mean,
Hmm.
even on the teams I was a part of, they have their way of life that are not that don't fit in my convictions. And I think a challenge is learning how to be okay with living in my convictions while still being friends in all things to all people. That's
Yeah,
really something for the past even 4 years and even now in college that I'm still figuring out is how do I balance my convictions and my relationship and walk with God and, not being uptight about everything and
right.
being open and being all things to all people is still something that's I find challenging, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I I like you, I was kind of a Christian in high school and had to make decisions like that too. I remember, when I played lacrosse often, we would have church events, right? And honestly, like my parents kind of left it up to me, but I'd rather be at those church events. I'd rather be with my friends. I'd rather be, a lot of times we're doing like Hope Worldwide events, serving the poor, that kind of thing. Like that was just more important to me than playing a game, even though I love sports too. But my coach was like getting on me like, hey man, don't you want to start? Don't you want to like be good at the sport? Like if you're not like playing the games or whatever, it's going to be hard to do that. But I, kind of said, well, I know that, but, and I want to do it still, but I, this is kind of my priority. And so just hearing you say that and having that kind of, similar conviction is just really heartwarming. So yeah, thanks a lot. And so you've graduated and now you're going to college. Where are you going to college?
Yeah, I'm at the Colorado School of Mines, and for the listeners that don't know what or where that is, it's here in Golden, Colorado. Mines is consistently a top 10 ranked engineering school for mechanical engineering. And yeah, it's a beautiful place, and it's not too far from home, which is kind of nice. Had my parents drop off stuff yesterday, which I desperately needed.
Yeah, yeah, it is definitely has that reputation of being the smart school, the engineering school, and really great choice there. Not going to that land grant privileged flagship university in Boulder.
Right.
Really appreciate you not going with the crowd there and going to the more highly resourced school. So good job. I went to a city school myself, so go against the grain, man. I appreciate that. But what are you looking forward to in college? What are you campus ministry, all that? What are you most looking forward to as a Christian in college?
Oh yeah, I am so hyped for the campus ministry up here. Mines has a
Yes.
great uh campus ministry, a great community. I'm excited to get out, go on a run, go on a bike ride. It's beautiful up here. There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the friends I'll make, the friends I've already made. I'm just excited for the next 4 years and what the future holds.
Awesome. Awesome. Martin, what have you seen as far as you've been in the church a while, so what have you seen as far as folks transitioning from high school to college? What advice can you give Esai from that perspective?
Yeah, I think enjoy the moment, right? I think that kind of what I tell my kids, they're so excited to get to the next step or the next level, like what's next, or it's like sometimes you're not living in the present, right? So I think that's true for adults too, but I think especially, young kids or young adults, just enjoy the moment, just have fun, right? I mean, because it's you're gonna have more responsibilities when you get out of college and things like that too. So just enjoy it.
Yeah, and you're absolutely talking to two unks who have been through our fair of life stages. And so if you need anything, you have our numbers, Esai. Just reach out, and man, we really appreciate you coming on the podcast today and being able to talk to you a little bit. Anything else as we kind of close our faith conversation today?
No,
Um,
no. Oh,
I
All
have a
right.
go ahead.
question. I have a question. We
Yeah,
did
please.
have we did have somebody decline an invite. What happened here? I mean, I know I was really looking forward to having your dad on the
This
podcast,
is
but
this is
what?
better.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, but what happened? Did he fail his medical? I don't know what happened in the transfer window, transfer deadline. I don't know what happened.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. He just said, honestly, I don't know. I don't think he watches as much sports as he used to. So
Oh,
I
that's
think he
good.
felt
Ooh, man,
like he
you're
might, I don't
smart.
know, he might not be able to give as much to the conversation as I might be able to, with my loads of free time of unemployment.
Yeah,
Man, Martin,
that's
you
fair.
put him on the spot and he hit it out
That's
of the
fair.
park. That's Colorado
That's
School
fair.
of Mine stuff right there. He's
That's
ready.
fair.
Let's go.
He's ready.
Are you sure you're not majoring in political science? Okay, anyway. All right,
Yeah.
so all right, so let's talk about the English Premier League. Let's take someone who's like a novice and doesn't know much about the Premier League to our American fans out there, which is actually 90% of our audience. 10% of our audience is international when you look at our stats. So shout out
Oh
to
wow.
every country out there not in the United States. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, for the Americans who don't know much about the Premier League, um, Martin, why is it such a fun league to follow?
Oh gosh, I think it just gives you an alternative to the NFL, right? So the
Hmm.
NFL's huge. It's on Saturday. Most of the games are on Saturday. I think it's just a fun day. I mean, and if your team plays early in the morning here in Colorado, you got to wake up like at 5:30, right, to watch it. So I've had the best time with my boys. We get up in the morning and support our team, and we'll order some DoorDash and just chill out. But
Yeah.
that Saturday is just like kind of, looking for things to do on Saturday morning, right? And then we go
Yep.
into the winter time. Nobody wants to go outside during the winter time, right? So it's just a fun, entertaining. There's super like the parody's great in the league. I mean, yeah, it's just fun to watch.
Do you agree with all that, Isai? Anything you want to add?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's been plenty of games where I get up and go down to the TV, try not to disturb our dogs when they're sleeping, but you gotta watch when you gotta watch.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of sport than, some of the American sports, right? It's it's really working on, game knowledge and like all sports, but it's a different demographic, I suppose.
Nice. Nice. Martin, what are some of the biggest, overarching big picture storylines kind of heading into the season?
Um, I honestly, like, I was thinking about this and I was like, you know what? Like, it's going to be very interesting with the amount of manager changes, right? This year.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
on big teams too, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So big teams, I mean, City, are they still going to have the flair that they have, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle. I mean, dude, this goes on and on. Like I think there's like 8 or 9 teams, and then the Spurs, and there was another team that had Man United. Man United sacked Almiron end of last year. So yeah, I mean it's still kind of new, right? So you never know, how it's going to play out. But I don't know. I think that's one of the biggest storylines for me. Obviously, can Arsenal repeat? They've never had a manager repeat in Premier League before. I mean, yeah, I mean there's a lot of storylines that can go in there. So.
Nice. Esai, anything to add to that?
Yeah, no, I think the manager changed. I mean, especially at the end of last season when the season was over and people were just, that last game when we found out that Pep was going to be leaving City and like all the other teams that were mentioned.
Yeah,
Yeah, just not too many big breaking player signings, but
right.
really just shaking up the managerial side of it all.
Nice, nice. All right, well, we're going to deep dive into this in a second. Arsenal enters the season as defending champions after finally ending their 22-year league title drought. So there's plenty to talk about. Did want to give a shout out to Jordan Byler. Oh wait, no, Bayer. That's my daughter's favorite player. Plays for Burnley. He's a center back, born in Germany. So shout out to Jordan Byler. Wait, Bayer. Jordan Bayer is his name. Sorry. All right, so now let's do the sponsor read. All right, so check out All Too Traveled on TikTok for short travel videos. You'll want to be out of the woods in your getaway car with the heartbreak prints of your wildest dreams. So calm down, shake it off, and visit All Too Traveled on TikTok when your schedule has a little blank space. And with your blank space, you can also check out the Father Figure Framework. If you're over 40 and running on fumes, Esai isn't, check out Bill Ellis and the Father Figure Framework. Simple, faith-grounded habits for strength, energy, and leadership at home. Learn more at BillEllis.coach. The script says pause and back to the show. All right, Martin. We're going to start deep diving into these teams here. And we're
Let's
going to
do it.
start. So we got the three, okay? So Martin's representing the Hotspurs, Tottenham, and Esai is representing Arsenal. I am representing the Blues, Chelsea. And so, Martin, let's start with the Spurs. What do you got about the Spurs? Break it down this season.
Oh man, all I could say is that you guys should have relegated us, man. You guys should have
Oh my
relegated us,
God.
man. So, yeah.
We
So,
were,
um,
that's where
man.
you're
So,
starting.
yeah,
We were not relegated. Boom.
yeah, yeah.
Mic
So,
drop.
but no,
Go
but for
ahead.
real, but for real, like, I mean, it was. It was a hard season, man. Like hard 2 seasons. I mean, at least we won a European trophy and got 17th on the year before. But yeah, it just really showed just what a mess like the front office was, and just didn't want to spend. But hey, you know what? I mean, man, we are dropping mics, bro. Like you wouldn't believe it with the transfer market. So,
Yes.
but yeah. So I mean, we, and we know. I mean, we're a big six, right?
Yep.
We're a big six team. I mean, it is, dude. Right? We are. All the haters out there, right? So, but we just never spent money, right? We never spent money. So yeah. So that just caught up with us. But yeah, no, I definitely think we've got the right man. We've dropped. I think we're getting Mamouche today. They're signing Mamouche. We just signed Savinho. That was one of the areas where the bombas. We were waiting for the bombos to drop, and when they finally dropped, for our strikers, right? But yeah, I mean, I definitely, obviously, I have high hopes, but you never know. The team needs to build chemistry. Defensively, we got rid of Romero, which was, a liability. But a liability with his emotions kind of get a hold of him. But, yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to to his style, De Zerbi's, style, and just, of playing from the back. More of that Spanish Italian style control.
Hmm.
So yeah, man. I mean, we've got a ton of players, ton of new players. See how they mesh. We spent a lot of money. We got a lot of players that I think we've forgotten that have been hurt. Got Madison. Hopefully,
Hmm.
Not Kulisevsky, Kulisevsky is coming back. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think you guys have done a lot of good portal work, and you are guaranteed to finish much better than last year. Is that kind of how you see the Spurs, Esai?
Yeah, I think the only way to go from rock bottom is up. And I think that having all these new transfers and cutting some dead weight where it wasn't needed, right, is going to really help to bring that ship back afloat. I don't think, I don't know if this season they'll be serious contenders, but I think in a couple of seasons where, you just talked about that team chemistry, which is important on any team. Once that gets better and once they get familiar with each other, then yeah, Tottenham could be up there. But I do think they will finish much better than they did last year. Even as an Arsenal fan, seeing Tottenham that low was very surprising.
Yeah,
Even as winning the Europa the year before, it
yeah,
was, So I do that. Those are my thoughts.
absolutely. And moving on to Arsenal, Esai, how do you look? Defending champions, defending EPL champions, came up just short in the Champions League for that elusive European trophy. But how are you seeing Arsenal this year?
Yeah, so I think what Arsenal did last year was great, but you know, I don't want to. There's that everybody who's not an Arsenal fan talks about this Haram ball. And while I don't think Haram ball is that great of an issue to be a play style, I would like to see Arsenal with a bit more let's go after it, let's get another goal instead of just parking the bus. Parking the bus is great in the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes, but when it's minute 50 and you still got 40 minutes, I want to see, some movement around the front and really putting pressure on. But I do like that, for a long time we struggled with having a complete striker. And I do think Gyökeres is going to be the striker that we need. He's a big guy, he stays up there. And I think that's really what the team has been in searching of.
Nice, nice. Martin, how do you see Arsenal this year?
Um, yeah, no, I think with the midfield, I don't think I think Saka and then the midfield trying to still kind of get that connection. I know they brought in Gumarez in and then I think they just signed Konsa Konsa. Yeah, they just they just signed him. So yeah, I mean I think the one person that they're gonna miss Trussard. So he's the kind of guy that you just you hate to hate to have on the other from them on the other team, right? So he just gets in your face. He just like even just looking at him, man, I want to punch him in the face, but not just kidding. But but no, but he's I think they're gonna miss him because he's really gritty. But yeah, I mean I think they'll definitely still be the team to beat.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean they've got injuries starting off, so I mean they I think they'll have no problem with Coventry today. And then I think they play Chelsea, and then they play another team that might have who do they play? They play Chelsea and maybe Newcastle or something coming up. I don't know at the beginning. But we'll see. I mean, I think they'll do good. I mean, they didn't add a whole lot, but they already had a stacked team anyways.
yeah,
So I think they'll be okay.
yeah. I agree. I mean, we'll do our top four picks here in a minute, but yeah, I mean, Arsenal's yeah, they were good last year. They'll be good this year. Now it's time for the Blues. Blue is the color. Football is the game. Okay, so so new manager Alonso. We were so tired after winning our world championship that we finished 10th last season. So we basically gave up, we traded that nice center patch we get to wear as FIFA Club World Champions. They're just basically invincible on US soil. But yeah, we finished 10th last season. And so now people tend to care about the Premier League more than the FIFA Club World Cup. Not me. I like being called world champions. It's a major trophy. FIFA says it's a major trophy, so it is. All right. So, uh, All right, so Chelsea. All right, so these guys, terrible, terrible into last season. Especially like, I mean, it's like the Yankees being bad or something, right? It's like God owns money and like we stink. Um, and I think the number one, I think the number one thing with them was assists. Like there was no creativity on the pitch. Like they would do this thing where they would all bunch up together and kind of like, and then and they used to do that, and they used to do it well. Like when they won the Carabao Cup or whatever that was called, like a couple like last year. Like they would do this
Yeah.
thing where they were all bunch up together, and then some guy would like come out of nowhere and they'd pass it. Well, they were doing that, but they didn't have the guy anymore. And so like if you look at our stats, we had like no assists, and it was like what are we like? You're not just gonna like be fancy. Like you have to play team football these days, kind of like Martin was talking about with the Spain and in Italy style, and
Yeah.
we just did not have that. And so to the rescue, because Pedro's going to get his, Cole Palmer's going to get his, and Palmer should really. I like it when Palmer's more of a distributor than a scorer. But the other guy is this new guy, Morgan Rogers. We're excited about him. He's newly integrated into the attacking midfield. He's going to go into the mix, and he is going to be the one that is going to facilitate that, make that first pass, and then goes to Palmer, and then goes to Pedro, and then all these guys are spending millions of dollars on. They're going to score more goals. So yeah, Chelsea, Chelsea will be good this year. What do you think, Esai?
Yeah. Yeah. Abs- Absolutely. I really like Cole Palmer. I agree with what you said. I think he did a great job in the midfield. I think he also can be that dual threat, right? But he shouldn't be thrown into a position where they just expect him to score goals.
Right,
I like what you said. Build up from the back instead of individual style play. You can't really do that anymore. If you ever could do that.
right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a solid team if they can get that working together, working up the field together, passes, through balls, all that stuff.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Martin, what do you think about my Blues?
I think they're gonna fall off, dude. Well, they were 10th, right? You guys finished 10th? You
Yeah,
guys finished 10th?
yeah,
Yeah, so no, I mean, you guys brought in like a bunch of old dudes, man, because you already spent so much money on Rogers, dude. I'm like, come
yeah. I
on, you
know
guys got
it's
it,
true.
Welbeck, Henderson. I'm like, dude, is this the retirement team or what? I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna be, it might be a rough year for Alonso. So, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Rogers is worth 117 million.
yeah,
But I mean, it does the numbers honestly. I mean, we spent a bunch on, like, we overpaid for so many players already. But I'm like that. I don't even think the number matters anymore, dude. To be honest with you,
yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, Kukurea, you're missing him.
yeah.
I actually, he was one of the guys that I kind of liked a little bit. So, but yeah. So we'll see.
All right, right. All right. So yeah, and I would say this too. I think the thing that concerns me with them is I feel like this is true with when there's ownership drama. It's like, oh, this they own
Oh
this
yeah.
like this Clear Lake thing. Like, and I know they're going to keep majority, but like it's weird. And
Yeah.
Liverpool's even worse. Like their ownership situation
Yeah.
is even worse. And so I feel like when you're one of these top teams and you have ownership drama, it's just like and on the podcast too, they try to convince you like, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, they're
No,
not
it
really
totally
involved in the
matters.
day to day.
Yeah.
It matters. Like,
It
and so
matters. It
right,
matters.
and
It's
so
culture, dude. It's culture,
right,
right? It's not
right,
it's not made so much decisions, but it's culture, right?
right.
Like if you, like, even when Ronaldo went back to Man United, right? Like he's a salt, like,
Yeah,
man, there's just the culture, right? I mean,
right.
from the dressing rooms to I mean, to the stadium. I'm like, come on, right? It's like you're not really investing in the team, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
but kind of like Ted Lasso, the new Ted Lasso season, but no
Have you started
spoilers
watching
here.
it?
Yeah, no spoilers here. It's
See, I
actually
don't know.
good.
I don't know if we have Apple TV. Like, our streaming has gone through. It's like, okay, we didn't have Peacock, now we have Peacock. We didn't have we had Paramount Plus, now we don't have Paramount Plus. Like, I don't. So I'm not just like turn on Apple TV, hope I get lucky. Yeah, because I do want to watch that new season.
Yeah,
If I don't
yeah,
have it, then I'll just do the whole, wait till the whole season comes out, get it for a month and watch it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Anyway, I guess they're not going to be sponsoring us anytime soon.
No.
Okay, so so all right, so the top. All right, so we've talked about our individual teams. Well, okay, let me ask you guys this too. So Liverpool, right? Is this true that like they're a bird and people use the term liver bird? Like, have you heard
That
that term, the liver
I do
bird?
not know.
Okay, because I made an AI video this morning to promote this, and it called him the liver bird. And I'm like, can you imagine a liver with wings just flying around like this organ? It's like, what's
Uh,
that? It's a liver bird. Anyway, okay. Podcasting gold, I tell you.
yeah.
Okay. It's time for the
I
top 4 challenges. It's a liver flying in the air. Okay, top 4 challenges. And so we're going to do our top 4. The top 4 is very important. Guaranteed Champions League. We want to see Chelsea playing in the Champions League again. We want to see the Spurs playing in the Champions League again. I'm not sure if Arsenal wants to play in the Champions League again, but they probably will. Okay, so top 4 challenge. Let's go. Let's start with Martin. Then we'll go to Esai. Martin, who are your 4 that are going to finish well in the Premier League?
Well, I wouldn't be a fan if I didn't say the Spurs were going to win in the league, right? You guys should have relegated us. You guys should have relegated us. No, but yeah, no, I think man, I as much as I hate it, like I think that Arsenal's gonna be one as
All
much
right.
as I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you got the Spurs, Arsenal. You gotta have 2
So I
more.
got so I have Arsenal. I think City's gonna fall. I think City's gonna fall a little bit.
Okay.
Um, I would say, City. I mean, Arsenal. I think Man United. I think City, Tottenham.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Cool. All right. All right. Nice. Tottenham, Man U, City, and Arsenal. Okay.
yeah.
And Eastside, what do you think?
yeah. So obviously, I think that Arsenal is going to make it to be champions of England again. I don't know if I'd be a real fan without saying that. But then I do think Man United's going to be up there. I I think they finished the season last season in incredible form. I think Aston Villa is going to be up there,
Okay.
and then I would say Liverpool. I would honestly say in that order. I
The
don't think Man
Liverbirds.
City's yeah, I don't think Man City's going to be as good as they were last year. I think they'll be fighting for a spot, but I think ultimately they'll fall to Europa.
It looked like it looked like a phoenix. What AI did. It didn't look like a liver. It's a liver. Why is that liver in the air? Okay. All right. So top top 4 for me: Arsenal, City, Chelsea. Arsenal, City, Chelsea. I feel like those 3 are pretty solid. And so let's do Liverbirds. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea. All right, cool. Well, I think we had some agreement there. All right. So anyway, all right. So guys, we are super excited, okay? Because we are going to go into our final segment, and our final segment is a new segment called the 5 and 5, and we are getting our football season, American football season coming, and every week in some episode we are going to pick 5 games from 2 different leagues. At least we're going to attempt to do that, and some days not, but 10 total games, and we call it the 5 and 5. And so we have a special way of introducing it too. And but first of all, everyone has to get excited about this. So sometimes we'll do spreads, sometimes we're not. Today we're not doing spreads. But are you guys ready to pick the games for the 5 and 5?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
All right.
yes.
Vamos. Es el 5 y 5. Hey, it's the 5 and 5. Hey. All right, let's go. So we have Newcastle and Liverpool. We're just doing winners today, no spreads. Newcastle and
Liverpools,
Liverpool.
Liverbirds, Liverbirds.
The Liverbirds.
Yeah,
Eastside,
liverbirds.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And the next one, you might have to help me on the pronunciation here. Manchester, Man City, and Bournemouth. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably take City. Is that right?
I'm gonna take Bournemouth.
I'm gonna take Bournemouth.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then Brentford and the Spurs.
Spurs. Spurs.
I don't know. Brentford finished 9th in the league. I'm gonna take Brentford.
All right. All right. And then we
Spurs.
have a London derby to start it out: Fulham and Chelsea.
Fulham.
Whatever.
I will take Chelsea. I'd take
Thank
Chelsea.
you.
Chelsea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And then why is a town in Massachusetts playing Hull? Okay. And and Man U. I had a friend who lived in Hull. Hull and Man U.
I'll take
Man
the
U.
Reds. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Take a Man U. All right. And now, because we're not like the most random podcast ever, we're going to talk about Major League Baseball, and
Yes.
we're gonna pick 5 series about Major League Baseball, and Esai, I mean, just you can just say a name, whatever. This is for entertainment purposes only. I usually insert that at the beginning. Don't go
Hey,
bet on
baseball's
this.
getting good. Baseball's getting good. We're going
It's
into
fine.
the yeah. Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
getting there.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
getting there. All right, so
Yeah.
these are all 3-game series. I looked that up so that they're not 4-game series, so they can't split. And so we're gonna pick these games. The first one's Braves Brewers. What's interesting is the Sunday game for this one is gonna be played in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where all those kids who play Little League, all the kids that cheat and they say they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, the 20-year-olds that say they're 15 or something. Yeah, they're playing this
Yeah.
weekend. So, so we got the Braves and Brewers. They're gonna be playing their last game there over in Williamsport. So how do you see that one?
Brewers. Brewers they're the best team in baseball, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Brewers. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, of course the Brewers.
nice. All right. And then we have the Pittsburgh Pirates and the LA Dodgers. Pirates and Dodgers.
Los Dodgers.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Los
All
Dodgers.
right.
Dodgers. We're back.
All
We're
right.
back. We had a slump. But we're back. We're back.
All right. And an AL East showdown, the Blue Jays and Yankees.
Blue Jays.
Yeah, they've
Give me
been pretty
the
hot lately.
Yeah,
give
they're
me the
getting hot.
Yankees.
All right, Yankees. And in Fenway tonight, Sonny Gray is going against Logan Webb. Awesome pitching duel. San Francisco Giants and the Boston Red Sox.
Sox. I'll never root
Nice.
for the Giants. Never root for the Giants.
Yeah.
Let's go Sox.
Sox at home to win.
Yeah. All right. And then finally, this one is not that interesting, but it's in a West matchup. The Astros and Athletics.
A's. A's.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas A's. Although I just got back from Houston and it's hot in Houston, man. I don't know how you did
It
it.
is. It is.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it, bro.
Oakland A's just rolls off your tongue, and now it's like they the gays.
Vegas Raider. Vegas Raiders.
Gays.
The gays.
Vegas A's.
I don't think he
Yeah.
gets it. Martin, I'm saying the gays.
The gays.
No, the gays. For the
Yeah.
A's. Okay.
The A's.
All right. Cool. I'll take the Astros. Nice. Okay, and then finally, we picked our top 4, but now we're going to pick our champion. I will take the Gunners. Like, you don't have to like them to know reality. I'll take the Gunners. I think the Arsenal's going to take it again. I think you repeat. Martin, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think they will. I'll be rooting against them. But I will take Arsenal.
All right. Eastside?
Yeah. Of course. Arsenal. Yeah, give me the Gunners.
I mean, yeah. It is what it is. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Premier League. Esai, how was your first time on the Higher Call podcast? Was it as bad as you thought it would be?
This was great. I love talking sports. Don't get to do it enough. Would love to do it again.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. Martin, are you doing all right? Was it good today?
It was good. It was good. It was good. Yeah, I was besides missing Alex, I think yeah, I think it was great. I think it was great. Maybe we'll get him on. We'll try again. Maybe he'll get through the transfer market will be extended.
Well, I am starting to do bonus episodes. I think we're going to probably be doing bonus episodes on things like the MCU, like Doomsday's coming up. Like we're gonna branch out here. Still plenty of sports talk. It won't take away from our normal weekly sports talk, but yeah, maybe we'll get some people on some bonus episodes who are just fun to talk to. Anyway, thanks a lot, both of
Yeah.
you guys. Really appreciate it. As we wrap up today, remember this: whether you're playing, coaching, cheering, or even officiating, every person on that field is made in the image of God. Yes, even the referees, even the bad ones. Thanks again to our sponsors, All Two Traveled on TikTok, and Father Figure Coaching with Bill Ellis for supporting the Higher Call. If you enjoyed today's conversation, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with another sports fan. We'd also love to hear from you via the email interwebs. Email us anytime at highercallpod@gmail.com with your questions, topic ideas, hot takes, or just to connect with other like-minded sports fans. Just like the title of the podcast, highercallpod@gmail.com. Until next time, folks, keep your eyes on the game, keep your heart on God. Thank you so much for listening to The Higher Call.